Good afternoon and welcome from Huai Khwang Bangkok on the 29th of January 2025. So I'm just sort of in the undeveloped side of Huai Khwang near the main market, and you can see in the distance there the high-rise condos. And I'm just going to call and have a bite to eat 'cause I'm a bit peckish. But we've got a bit of classic Thailand here. So we've got a guy working about 60 foot up in the air, no shoes, live electrical appliance, just getting his daily work done, no harness, no nothing, as if it's just normal cracking work that. So this is an area that I've not spent much time in. I did stay here once about 20 years ago. I'm going to see if I can hunt down the place I stayed, but I don't know much about it. But we'll have a walk about and we'll see what's going on and see if there's anything cool to see. So the area in Huai Khwang that we're in at the moment is just south of the Huai Khwang metro station. So like south side of the Ratchada road. And this area is a lot less developed than the north side. So I've just had a quick walk around sort of the local area, and everything is sort of a maximum of 8 stories high with no big condo complexes, whereas I know on the north side of the Ratchada road in Huai Khwang it's absolutely jam-packed with high-rise condos. Sort of in the early 2000s there was a big push around that area for construction, and I know that sort of focused on a lot of foreign investment, so a lot of Chinese investment in that area. It is Chinese New Year in a couple of days. I know at the start of the video I said it was the 29th. It's not, it's the 27th today. Chinese New Year's on the 29th. So yeah, and this area were really popular, and I presume still is, for expats living on the opposite side of the road. How fresh do you want your fish, guys? Got an escapee there. Yes, I know the Huai Khwang area are really popular due to the fact that accommodation were very cheap around here in the condo blocks, and it's got a MRT station, so a subway station, so you can get the metro, and it's easy to get to a connector for the BTS, so you can just jump on the underground, change at a BTS station, and then you can get anywhere in the city. And I know we're really popular with the African communities as well. Looks like everybody's getting stocked up now for Chinese New Year. Some serious prawns there. Amazing selection of fresh fish there. So I'll have a walk back over this bridge. Seems like a really bustling area as well. Seems it's busy. And I've noticed as well, I don't know if we'll be able to pick it up. So that grey building there, you might just be able to see it's got a 20 on it. Now it looks like there's a lot of Thai social style housing for like police, doctors, nurses, anybody that works in the public sector. or nearly everybody, is entitled to some form of discounted accommodation if you're working in an area where you're not from. So if you're from Huai and you go to work in Bangkok, the government will give you a really subsidised room in an apartment block, and it seems like there's a lot of those in this area. I looked, I've seen buildings with numbers up to sort of 40, and the sort of low rise, you know, apartment blocks, and they're all for the public workers. But it is a pretty good system, I think. You know, the wages are quite poor for the doctors, the nurses. Dead end there. Yeah, and the police, and you know, people that live off camp in the army. So it's good that they're providing with subsidised housing so that they can come and practice their chosen trades within communities. Plenty of greenery as well. But we're just approaching sort of 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So traffic's starting to get a little bit busier. I presume the Ratchada Road will be a car park at this point. Mad dash over the road there. I just wanted to have a quick look down this canal. So I've noticed this quite a lot in Bangkok. Now what they seem to be doing is the old, what they call canals, they're basically old sewers, aren't they? So if you can see that in the distance there's the open water drainage sewer with a 360 just sat on these girders here. So what they seem to be doing is they're putting roads on all of these now, and they actually turn them into thoroughfares and have sort of stalls and that on a night. So the open sewer of Bangkok will be no more, which is definitely a good thing, isn't it? Because the smell of dank water at times in certain areas is a bit rough. So I'll head on over to the north side of Huai Khwang now, and I'm going to see if I can hunt down my old hotel that I stayed in loads of years ago. With a bit of luck as well, I want to try and sample a bit of 420 flower from around here, so I'll see if I can get my hands on any good bud. So this is the main Ratchada Road at rush hour, so it's just gone 4:30, and this separates North Huai Khwang, runs straight down the centre, and here's the south. So the south is a less developed area, and the north is the area with all the condos and the more modern area. And you've also got the MRT station just there, so it is a really cool place to live. If you work in the centre of the city and you don't mind a bit of a commute, you can get a massive condo here for the same price as what you'd have got sort of in the centre of town on Sukhumvit. After all these years, there's a couple of places that have come back to me. So I can remember that being there, the Park Residence, because we used to sit outside and have a drink on an evening there. I think the hotel where I stayed all these years ago is just round here, and the reason I remember it is because it was an absolute nightmare of a morning to find it. So I've been staying in Phuket. I've been Muay Thai training in Phuket, and I decided to come to Bangkok a few days earlier than I were expecting, and somebody booked a hotel for me. So it was definitely, you know, sort of prior to the days of smartphones. I think I might have had a mobile phone, possibly. But anyway, somebody had booked me a hotel. They'd emailed me the details. So I had an email account, but definitely no smartphone or a phone that could help me in any way. And the hotel was called My Hotel. So I got into the taxi, My Hotel in Huai Khwang. We got to Huai Khwang, and then he wanted the name of the hotel, and I just said it's My Hotel, and the confusion of me saying My Hotel and the name of the hotel being My caused quite a lot of problems, and I ended up getting out of the taxi and walking round and round forever trying to find it, but I think it's just round this corner. To be honest, this area of Huai Khwang, the more developed area, it's a little bit soulless. But just looking a little bit further down, it looks like we've got some of the old school house shops reappearing. If anybody's watching that lives in this area, Huai Khwang, Ratachada, let me know what it's like, let me know if it's any good. So I think that is a hotel I stayed, CMYK. I'm going to have a look. There it is, man. So there we are. My hotel. Yeah, I can sort of remember it being really cheap with really uncomfortable beds, but I did have a good time in Bangkok that visit, so. This seems to be the main sort of thoroughfare through the northern end of Huai Khwang, but this is a cracking little street, is this. Looks like there's sort of restaurants all the way down. Like I said previously, the sort of target area for investment years ago was the Chinese, so you do find a lot of Chinese restaurants around here, just in advertisements on backs of tuk-tuks fully in Chinese. I presume on the video it's a little bit noisy now, so I'll stop my rabbiting on, but we'll carry on filming down here because it looks pretty cool. I like the look of this street. So in the whole of sort of this area I've walked, I've seen 2 420 flower shops. That's it. I saw one in the south side, I passed one at the start of the street, but apart from that I haven't seen anything. So I think I'll be calling back to the one that I saw at the start. Right, I'll head back up to the start of the street. I want to get a bit of flour before I go home for tonight. And I'll ask the guy, see if we can film inside, see what sort of flour they've got in this area. See if they've got anything worth getting. Right, I'm back now at Huai Khwang underground station now, so I'm going to get off. I'll be honest, I went to one of 2 only 420 flower shops that I saw in the whole of Huai Khwang, and the flour was terrible and the price was astronomical. So I smelt a couple, I smiled and I said thank you very much, but I didn't partake in any flour today from around here. But if you've made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Maybe you've found an area that you might come and have a look or come and stay. Like I said, it was a really important area, or popular area for expats sort of in the early 2000s. Now, from what I've seen, not so much. It seems more like like a small China, really, like another Chinatown, a modern day Chinatown that's sort of propped up with, I'd say 80% of the businesses on the north side of Huai Khwang on the high street all been Chinese owned and focused at Chinese. But it's a cool area, lots of nice little restaurants, and I presume on a night it's even more thriving. So thanks again for watching. Any comments, just leave them below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Cheers.